Hi, Avi. I thought I would try doing an SC question, just focusing on the technique that we mentioned. I just wanted to get your thoughts. I blacked out options A through E, and I just wanted to see if you have any suggestions on how I could improve on technique, where maybe I'm going wrong. I got this on GMAT prep and I got it wrong. So here goes. In the mid-1920s, the works of the electric company, some division, was the scene, okay, of an intensive series of experiments. X was the scene of a series of experiments. X was the scene of a series of experiments. That would investigate changes in working conditions as to their effects on workers' performance. So when I look at this underline, what should it be talking about? What is this? That would investigate changes? Is it referring to experiments? Is it referring to experiments in red, or is it referring to intensive series of experiments? X was an intensive series of experiments. X was the scene of crime. If I was to, X was the scene of a crime that would shock the nation. X was the scene of a crime that would shock the nation. So I think this is a modifier regarding the yellow, I think is modifying the scene. I think that's what it's doing. X, if I was just to say X was the scene of a crime that would shake the nation. X was the scene of an intensive, this has just been expanded, that would shake the nation. But X was the scene that would investigate changes in working conditions as to their effects. I don't think it's right to say X was the scene, blah blah, modifier, that would investigate changes. How can the scene investigate that would, I mean, if that had said that would instigate changes, that would make sense. That would cause that would instigate changes. X was the scene that would investigate. How can a scene investigate changes? I don't think this makes. I think the the green should be talking about the scene. It should be talking about the scene. But uh, that would investigate. So I don't think A is right from a meaning perspective. That would investigate. That doesn't make sense to me. So I would cancel that. So X was the scene of an investigate. It's as if this is suggesting that the experiments. I think this is suggesting that the experiments specifically are investigating the effects. I don't think that's right. X was a scene for investigating. What are the? That makes sense. X was the scene that investigated. Yeah, that again doesn't make that investigated doesn't make sense to me. So it's really between C and E. Now between the two, I'm not 100%. X was the scene for investigating what are the effects in workers' performance that changes and what could cause. X was the scene for investigating what are the effects in X's performance. X was the scene for investigating. X was the scene to investigate. I don't think this word makes sense. I went to investigate. This seems to show intent. How can a scene by itself show intent? Hence, I think I would select C at this point. Thank you.